TJ Maxx, you can go above and beyond and stay under budget. Find the gifts they love for less and gift to the max.
Okay, everyone, our mission is to provide complete balanced nutrition for strength and energy.
Ensure with 27 vitamins and minerals, nutrients for immune health, and Ensure Complete with 30 grams of protein.
Only ET is with the dancing finalists vying for that mirror ball.
It's an ET exclusive.
From Dancing's Final Five to Max and Peta's Family of Five.
It has been chaos.
Yeah. We've got double the dancing exclusives tomorrow.
Happening now.
2 security guards at an HEB wounded in an exchange of gunfire with a robbery suspect who is now dead. What unfolded at that HEB and the condition of those 2 security guards?
A 20-year deal between the city of San Antonio and Toyota pertaining to this land, well, that deal might now be unconstitutional. I'm Max Massey. We're going to explain a recent lawsuit just filed today and what comes next.
Cool mornings, comfortable afternoons. We're in that pattern for now. It will be changing. We'll talk about those changes and if there's any hope for rain in just a bit. The News at 5 starts right now.
And we begin with breaking news from a bus stop. A man shot after getting off a Via bus on South Zarzamora. That man rushed to the hospital about an hour and a half ago with life-threatening injuries.
San Antonio police say the shooter is still on the loose and they believe he may still be armed. This happened around 3:40. Officers telling us the victim and the alleged shooter were on the same bus when it stopped at the Zarzamora bus stop. They say the men were involved in some sort of an argument or beef before getting off the bus. We're told once they left the bus, one of the men shot the victim twice.
Officers were called to the scene. The initial bus that both men were riding on was stopped along with another bus so police could talk to possible witnesses. We'll update with more information as soon as it becomes available.
And we're working on another developing story right now, an attempted robbery inside an HEB store leading to a shootout between the security guards and the alleged would-be shooter.
Yeah, one man is dead, 2 others injured after that shooting outside the HEB near St. James and East Houston streets. RJ Marquez live now from the scene with what unfolded and why that store is now shut down. RJ.
Yeah, that's right, Steve and Ursula. Very busy scene out here. You can still see behind me. We still have several police units and some police tape here from this shooting that occurred earlier here today that we're told was basically a shootout between the security guards and this attempted robbery suspect. We're told dozens of bullets were fired during this apparent shootout here. And this is the HEB we're standing behind the corner here at North New Braunfels. The shooting, of course, involving that robbery suspect and those guards. This all happened around 2 o'clock today. San Antonio Police Chief William McManus says a man with a gun went in to rob the store and then ran away when he was confronted by those guards. Those security guards actually followed him outside the store to the back corner of the store, leading to this deadly confrontation and shootout.
The guards were chasing the suspect. He set up behind the vehicle and started shooting at the security guards. Both of them were struck. They returned fire after he started shooting at them, and he is now deceased.
All right, the police chief saying that the suspect was in his 40s and he was pronounced dead at the scene. Both security guards are currently in stable condition. We're told that they were hired by a private security company, so they are not HEB partners or HEB employees, if you will. So taking you back outside live again. So we're still trying to figure out what happened inside the store. That's going to be part of this investigation right now. As you guys just mentioned, it's going to be closed here throughout the rest of the evening. It will reopen tomorrow at 8 a.m. Again, police are still going to investigate the cameras from inside the store, see what happened, and also some of the cameras out here at some of these nearby businesses to see exactly what occurred here. But again, a man dead, a robbery suspect shot and killed by 2 security officers. This individual apparently opened fire on them first, but still a very busy scene out here on the east side. Steve and Ursula, back to you guys.
Thank you, RJ.
Classic December day where we started off cool, but by the afternoon, comfortable. 47 earlier this morning, then a high temperature of 70 degrees. Both the low and the high a little above average for this time of year, but you're going to feel the chill even more so the next few mornings. We'll get into that in a moment. Right now, a mixture of 60s and 70s. Floresville 72, 70 near Lavernia, 69 Boulevardia, New Braunfels, Windcrest currently at 67 in the City of Lights. As we go through the evening, pretty quiet, clear, just about a calm breeze and very dry air. So our temperatures will cool quickly. Temperatures falling off pretty quickly. We're 60, 70 now, and we'll be 57 by 10 o'clock. By midnight, we're down to 54. And tomorrow morning, we'll start the day in the lower 40s. I'll break down how cool and where, along with the arrival of our next cold front when that hits in just a bit.
Hey guys, it's Courtney Friedman, and I wanted to tell you about the coolest program at McCollum High School, and it has to do with books. I'm going to take you along with me, and you can see right behind me, this is one of 5 reading centers. It's a literacy program, but it's a reading program, but mainly it's important to the students because they can come here and take any book they want. They can return it, or they can't. They can take it back home with them. Look at this text is so big so that they can really understand what they're reading, so that they can feel like they're going through the book faster, and it's really been a success. Another cool thing about this is this wall right here, if you can see it. These are all books that the teachers themselves are reading. So it shows the students what books their teachers are reading. Sometimes it has nothing to do with what they're teaching. It's very unique and different to see what the teachers are reading, and the kids are actually connecting with adults, seeing that reading goes far beyond just high school. You can see this full story on air on KSAT.com and on our YouTube page.
Moving on to world news, Israeli military leaders warning those who live in Gaza to evacuate now. This as airstrikes and that ground offensive are back in play with the end of that week-long ceasefire. But Palestinian civilians say they're running out of safe places to leave for. The aid workers are warning that the mass movement of these civilians will worsen the already dire humanitarian catastrophe in that region. More than 130 hostages are still being held by Hamas, which has now refused to continue releasing the women and children taken on October 7th. ABC News reports the Israeli defense minister warns the war's current intensity will last another 2 months. After that, you can expect fighting in Gaza for more months.
Across America now, Jared Joseph Powell, the man accused of shooting and killing 3 unhoused homeless men in Los Angeles, expected to face a jury today for allegedly shooting a man during a robbery. The robbery incident separate from the murder investigations, but police say they believe the car used in the robbery was used in the homeless men's killing. They also say ballistic evidence has connected a gun found inside the car to those 3 murders.
One of the Palestinian students who was shot alongside his 2 friends in Vermont last weekend is now paralyzed from the chest down. Hisham Awartani's mother said that the bullet that hit her son became lodged in his spine. She says her son is scheduled to be released from the hospital next week, where he will then go on to receive rehabilitation care. The alleged gunman, Jason Eaton, has pleaded not guilty to 3 charges of attempted second-degree murder.
The race to be the 2024 Republican presidential nominee a little less crowded this afternoon. North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum suspended his presidential campaign this morning. Burgum didn't meet the qualifications for last month's 3rd debate, was unlikely to qualify for the 4th debate Wednesday night in Alabama. Burgum, the latest Republican to drop their campaign after South Carolina Senator Tim Scott and former Vice President Mike Pence dropped out earlier this fall.
Now to a lawsuit that is aimed at Toyota and the city of San Antonio. It was filed by Southside Affordable Development Company.
Yeah, that company wants to build affordable housing near the Toyota plant, but needed a zoning change to start construction. The affordable housing company alleges that back in 2003, an agreement was made between the city and Toyota, giving Toyota authority to deny zoning changes in the 3-mile radius of the plant. The lawsuit alleges that the opportunity to deny zoning is unconstitutional. We heard from the attorney for Southside Affordable Development earlier this morning.
Our hope is that we are going to be able to sit down without the need of litigation and to pursue an amicable resolution with the stakeholders here. That does not in any way diminish our resolve to have this case litigated, because we think what's going on is totally improper. Unfortunately, this agreement was reached in what's called the Starbright Agreement almost 20 years ago.
The lawsuit is alleging that the value of the property mentioned in the lawsuit has lost millions of dollars worth of value because it cannot be rezoned and used for the purpose of a multi-unit development for affordable housing. They're also alleging that the Toyota deal allows them to have the final say on any rezoning around them for 3 miles, even on land they do not own. The lawsuit specifically states cities may not share zoning power by contract. They cite 2 different sections of the Texas Constitution. And we reached out to the city of San Antonio, and we have their answer, and that will be coming up later on KSAT 12 News. You can also read this story on KSAT.com. The airline industry fighting back against an investigative report by the New York Times that called out air traffic controllers for allegedly sleeping on the job or using drugs and alcohol while on the job.
ABC's Rena Roy explains this report comes after a series of near misses in the skies and on tarmacs around the country.
Disturbing allegations in a new investigation by the New York Times alleging air traffic controllers were sleeping while on duty or using alcohol and drugs. It comes as millions of Americans prepare to travel for the holidays. The report, not independently confirmed by ABC News, covers hundreds of complaints to the FAA's hotline over 2 years, claiming one employee showed up to work this summer drunk, joking about making big money buzzed. While the Times admits those are extreme examples, the broader issue raised by controllers and others who reportedly spoke with the paper are the dangerous staffing shortages, mental and emotional stress, and fatigue air traffic controllers are experiencing. Responding to the allegations, the FAA telling ABC News the report in the New York Times is not reflective of the overall high safety standard that exists throughout the national airspace system. Flying has never been safer. The Air Traffic Controllers Union firing back, saying the investigation is an inaccurate portrayal of air traffic controllers, but acknowledged the ongoing staffing issues and fatigue. There has already been growing concern about the safety of America's skies after a series of near misses this year. Back in January, what could have been one of the worst aviation disasters in U.S. history was avoided at the last second.
Delta 1943, cancel takeoff plans.
2 planes nearly colliding at New York's JFK Airport, one forced to slam on the brakes during takeoff to avoid crashing into another plane crossing the wrong runway. Back in March, the FAA held a safety summit to address concerns, looking at patterns and risk factors, hoping to figure out how to prevent similar issues in the future. One key area is staffing. Currently, there are 1,000 fewer air traffic controllers working than there were over a decade ago. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Check out traffic right now. Let's go to I-35 at Somerset Road. We can see just a nice, beautiful Monday. No traffic tie-ups to tell you about at this hour.
Straight ahead, the countdown to Christmas is on. Retailers cranking up their sales. We're going to show you some of the top items, the deals you can get right now that'll fit nicely under your tree.
This SA Salute holiday greeting is brought to you by Blue Skies of Texas.
Season's greetings from Blue Skies of Texas at Air Force Village. Over 50 years ago, we began taking care of seniors in Military City, USA, San Antonio, Texas. Today, we're open to everyone and proud of our heritage. We'd like to wish all the soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines, Coast Guardsmen, and Guardians stationed around the world in harm's way today, Merry Christmas!
CPS Energy wants to raise your rates, but first they need to clear 2 hurdles. How the first vote they need went today.
That story and more coming up at 6 o'clock. Meanwhile, here at 5, deep discounts and doorbuster deals reeled in the shoppers over the Black Friday and Cyber Monday stretch.
But what if you skipped all that? No worries. 12 on your side's Marilyn Moore shows us some popular, top-rated gift ideas on sale right now.
If it seems like holiday shopping season started months ago, you're right. But it's still not too late to save some hard-earned jingle on the perfect gifts.
Although Black Friday and Cyber Monday are over, you can still get great prices all the way in December as retailers run special promotions and holiday sales all month long.
Consumer Reports tracked products that typically go on sale in December to find discounts on some top-tested products you may want to wrap up. Well, get out the extra large roll of paper for this one. A 65-inch Hisense LCD 4K TV. It's $498 at Amazon and Walmart. That's $300 off. CR says it tested well for picture quality. Next, for someone who wants to listen to music or whatever on the go, these Sony headphones are $239.99 at Walmart, $60 saved. These noise-canceling wireless earbuds are at the top of Consumer Reports ratings. Here's an idea for the coffee connoisseur who likes to mix it up. This Ninja specialty coffee maker is on sale for $159.70 on Amazon. 'Tis the season for holiday parties, too.
Bringing a gift for the host will always be appreciated. These spectacular chocolates are sure to make a good impression.
This 6-piece bonbon box from Stick With Me Sweets is $28. And yes, they ship.
And if you have something like cookware or a laptop or tablet on your list, don't worry. Gordon says keep looking. Those things are going to be on sale too. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
La 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 on
You
this
love it?
Monday. Yeah, it's getting the Christmas spirit out there. 68 degrees. Setting up for a very nice sunset on this nice Monday.
It is, but not quite as colorful as the previous night.
We don't have the clouds.
We don't. The clouds actually are along the Gulf Coast. I'll show you that. So if you know somebody closer to the Gulf Coast, or if that's where you're going to be located soon, then that's where the nice sunset will be. Next few mornings, chilly in the 40s. So have the jackets ready to go for the kids at the bus stop. But the afternoons will be comfortable, around 70 degrees, and tomorrow even in the 70s. And briefly humid later on this week. That'll affect our morning temperatures by Friday and Saturday. Notice our morning temperature trend. Lower 40s to start the day tomorrow and Wednesday. Upper 40s Thursday, so feeling a bit of a chill at the bus stop. But Friday and Saturday in the mornings actually will be mild. Low to mid 60s, and that's with a little return of humidity that'll be back in place. We'll get to that in a moment. Back to our cloud talk here. And the edge of that cloud deck that was overhead, particularly yesterday evening at sunset, is now down to the southeast of us, basically along the Gulf Coast, from Beeville to Victoria and eastward to the Gulf Coast. That's where they'll have a really good view of a nice, colorful, crisp sunset. Around here, we just don't have the clouds in place. Still a beautiful evening, but nothing like what we were greeted with the past couple of nights. And the overall weather pattern, pretty quiet around here. We do have a lot of moisture coming on shore in the Pacific Northwest, a little atmospheric river there, a little dip in the upper level flow across the northern portion of the U.S. But we will see some changes in the days ahead around here, including a cold front that hits early on Saturday. Until then, a lot of sunshine leading into it, little blue H overhead. Then by Saturday, this dip in the upper level flow will help create a cold front and move it through our neck of the woods at some point Saturday morning or midday. High temperatures will be impacted, but we're not talking anything too frigid here. I mean, we'll go from the 70s back down into the 60s, but lower 60s for highs by Sunday and Monday, so it will cool off a little bit more. You can see way off in the distance the edge of that cloud deck. 67 right now, dew point of 35. This dry air allows for the cool mornings and then comfortable afternoons. A big 30-degree temperature spread from the morning on into the afternoon. And this dry air is going to stay in place until we get to Friday. Actually, you'll notice the mugginess and humidity on Friday. Briefly for one day, that's it. Tomorrow morning, 43 in San Antonio, 43 Nixon, 41 Bernie and Bandera, Hondo, 41 degrees. Then by noon, we're already at 68. Short sleeve weather, 4 o'clock, 73 degrees. Total sunshine, and we'll be in the 70s all across the board tomorrow afternoon. I wish I could say that cold front was coming with some rain on Saturday. Just a 10% chance.
All right. Thank you so much, Adam.
All right. High school playoff steel just keeps rolling its way into the state semis.
Yeah, so it's their first time in the state semis since 2016, and you know they're always one of the more successful 6A programs in the area. Still jumping for joy, and now they're looking at a chance to go to the state final. And in college football, Texas State is going bowling. Coming up. The Steel Knights were having a good time Saturday night after beating Dripping Springs 28-21 in the Class 6A D2 regional final at the Alamo Dome. The Knights started the scoring with this 77-yard touchdown pass from Chad Warner to Jalen Cooper, and the rest is history, as they say. Warner completed 17 of 25 passes for 197 yards and 2 touchdowns. And the Knights defense stepped up late in the game to seal the deal when backup quarterback Pierce Kemp picked off the Tigers quarterback inside the end zone with less than a minute left in the fourth to help the Knights advance to the state semis for the first time since 2016.
You know, it's special. You know, I always used to see on TV like the playoff games and how it's being played on the big stages. Now that we're here, you know, it's a great opportunity.
It's just a blessing, overall blessing. I mean, we put so much work in during the summer, pretty much just all year, all the way from back to the spring. So it's definitely just a blessing to be in this top 4.
Yeah, you know, it's an exciting time for not only our football program and our school, but our community to be back in the state semifinals. I think it's been 6 years since we've been this far, this deep in the playoffs. So, you know, it's a fun time and it's an exciting time, and, you know, we look forward to the challenge.
Steel will face Summer Creek Saturday at 4 p.m. at Waco at McLean Stadium in Waco. Both teams are 13-1. The winner will advance to the 6A D2 state final at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Turning to college football, Texas State Bobcats will play in a bowl game for the first time in program history when they face Rice in the Serve Pro First Responder Bowl in Dallas later this month. Under the guidance of their first-year head coach, G.J. Kinney, the Bobcats went 7-5 this season to become bowl eligible. He's got the Cats trending in the right direction, and now they'll cap off their season with a bowl game in Texas.
So yeah, we're really excited. Our players were ecstatic yesterday here in the team meeting, and I think it's great because, you know, a lot of their families and friends get to come and watch them play, and I think obviously Bobcat Nation is excited getting to stay in Texas, and I really believe it's going to be a packed out stadium, largely due to the Bobcat fans. Obviously, so I think it's an exciting time, and our guys are fired up, coaches are fired up, and so I'm fired up.
The Serve Pro First Responder Bowl between Texas State and Rice is set for 4:30 p.m. December 26th from Gerald J. Ford Stadium in Dallas, and the Bobcats are currently favored by 4.5 points.
And that's where SMU plays, right?
Yes, that is.
Yeah. Congratulations.
There you go.
Yeah, thanks.
We'll be right back. Taking a live look outside on the streets. This is I-35 at Salado Creek. Moving a little bit slowly, but actually not too bad for this rush hour.
Sunny day tomorrow, but a bit of a chill in the air in the morning, 43 degrees. And then by the afternoon, we're sunny and comfortable at 73. That's going to be the trend the next few days. Cool mornings, comfortable afternoons. Notice the mornings warm up for Friday and Saturday. That's going to be brief, though, because another cold front arrives on Saturday, and that's going to reset those temperatures and even drop the afternoons a little bit. I wish I could say we'd have good rain with this cold front. Instead, I think we'll just have a lot of wind for the first part of the weekend.
Thank you, Adam, and thank you for watching the News at 5 with us.
World News up next. We'll see you right back here at 6 o'clock.